Fiddle Time Joggers. Just want to say a few words about this book. I've recently come across it. My wife's been using it for a couple of years. She's kept a bit of a secret, but my teaching recently has changed to group lessons at school, so parents aren't sitting in on lessons. All the kids are learning together, and what I'd previously been using, Suzuki and Amy B, were really just not suitable for that situation. So I come across the Fiddle Time Joggers, and I think it's a great method. This book has got 47 songs in it, and it's divided up into 4 different chapters. The great thing about this is that students learn to read the notes on the music, which is so important. The Suzuki books really don't have any emphasis at all on learning to read the notes, which is a shame. Whereas this one gently introduces, say, the 4 open strings. So it's really easy for kids to understand, and they can go home and practice. All the open strings are right here on the first page, so students learn to identify what the open strings are called and what they look like on the stave. Also the different note values, crotchets, minims and dotted minims, and their rests. The other great thing about this is all the other music theory is in the back page here, and next to that is a backing track CD, which is excellent because students can perform straight away and they can learn to play in time, so it's vitally important. The other thing about this is that if you go to the publishing website, I just found it on Google, you can actually download a backing track which doesn't have the violin part in it. So this is really great for performances, because it's not a good idea to have a backing track which has the violin part in it, which the students are playing. So this backing track takes out the violin parts, so then you're just left with the backing, which is piano, bass, guitar, drums, and those sorts of things. The first 10 songs are open strings, and this is excellent because it just gives students a chance to play the open strings, to get the right bow level and not worry about the fingers. It just gives them one thing to think about: the posture, the bow arm, and holding the violin up on the shoulder. And the first 10 songs are just for those. From number 11, we introduce the first finger, and then students learn to identify what the note looks like on the stave. So they've learnt what open strings look like, and now they're learning what the first finger looks like. And then the next chapter introduces the second finger, so it's gradually increasing the notes that students need to read. And then in the 4th chapter, they introduce 3rd and 4th finger. So it's a great method for learning to read music. It doesn't have anything in the book about how to hold the violin, how to hold the bow, how to produce sound, or anything like that. Suzuki's got a bit more of those sorts of things. If you'd like to go to Suzuki, I would suggest, and I will do this with my own students, probably about halfway through this book. The first half of this book is like a stepping stone into Suzuki. So Suzuki is a very steep learning curve, and it's very difficult to get students to be able to play the first piece, Twinkles, within a matter of weeks, whereas this book, students can learn almost straight away. So if you did want to go to Suzuki, which I do recommend because it's got great repertoire, there's Bach and folk songs and beautiful little pieces that go really nicely with piano, then I'd say play the first 20 or 30 songs of this and then go into Suzuki, and you'll find that it's just so much easier, and that way students aren't discouraged because they feel like they're not learning, whereas this way they're learning straight away and they're able to perform. So have a look at String Time Joggers. These authors, Kathy and David Blackwell, also make a range of other books which are excellent. I think there is one before this as well, which I haven't used, and there's also one after it. The last good thing, which I just remembered, is that there are also duets in the book. So if the student is playing duets with the teacher or playing with a more advanced student, then they have pieces that they can automatically perform with another violinist, along with the backing track, or without the backing track even. So have a look at this. It's a great method and I highly recommend it. Violin Virtuosos with Rodney and Anthea Wickstrom. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for all strings-related education videos. Visit our website, violinvirtuosos.com.au, and like our Violin Virtuosos Facebook page.